When the world goes dark, one wrong could be your last mistake. That's the moment most people realize they've been prepping all wrong. Because when the power grid collapses, when grocery shelves turn into barren wastelands, and when chaos bleeds into every corner of daily life, the canned meats you chose might be the only fuel standing between you and hunger. But here's the part no one tells you. Not all canned meats are built for the apocalypse. Some spoil faster than your courage. Some pack enough sodium to drain your energy. And some simply fail when survival becomes real. That's why today, we are breaking down the 8 best canned meats you can stockpile, the ones that don't just sit on shelves. They save your life. These are the quiet giants of survival. The forgotten, underestimated, overlooked powerhouses that keep you fed, fueled, alert, and alive when the world finally tips off its axis. And trust me, you'll want to hear number 1. Because it's the tiny, cheap, unassuming little can that puts every prepper famous food to shame. 8. Canned corned beef, the unsuspected lifeline. Let's start with the classic that everyone thinks they understand, yet barely anyone respects. Canned corned beef. And before you scoff, listen closely. This isn't dusty pantry filler. This is a compact survival engine. A dense block of protein that refuses to let you go hungry even when the lights die and panic spreads like wildfire. Pop that top and you've got an instant meal. No cooking, no fuel, no excuses. In a blackout? Stranded in your car? Hunkered down during civil unrest with nothing but a flashlight and a heartbeat? Corned beef doesn't care. It delivers. Mix it with canned potatoes, stack it into tacos, fold it into rice and beans, or simply slap it between 2 pieces of bread for a meal that tastes like civilization, even when civilization is crumbling around you. Shelf-stable for 3 to 5 years, cheap enough to stockpile, and versatile enough to keep morale from flatlining, corned beef is the quiet hero every prepper underestimates. In a crisis, it's more than food. It's currency. It's barter power. It's survival in a can. 7. Canned chicken, the reliable workhorse. Next up, the humble canned chicken. The meat almost every prepper walks past while chasing overpriced survival buckets and fancy freeze-dried meals. But when the grid fails, and water becomes precious, and fuel even more so, simplicity wins. Canned chicken is effortless. Shred it into soup, fold it into casseroles, mix it with beans and rice, or whip up a fast chicken salad that tastes like a blessing when the fridge is nothing but a hollow metal box. Unlike heavier canned meats, chicken stays light, clean, and adaptable. You can stretch a single can into multiple meals, critical when panic makes every calorie count. Stored properly, it'll last years. Grab the low-sodium version so you stay hydrated and sharp when long-term canned eating becomes your daily reality. It's cheap. It's dependable. It's morale-saving. And in survival, morale is half the battle. 6. Canned tuna, the lightweight powerhouse. Now we enter the realm of prepper favorites, the ones that look small but hit hard. Canned tuna. Lightweight. Protein-rich. Packed with omega-3s that keep your brain sharp when stress tries to shut it down. A single can become a complete meal with barely any effort. Toss it on crackers, mix it with rice, add it to pasta, or simply eat it with a spoon while the world outside spirals. It lasts years. It costs nearly nothing. And in a crisis, it delivers far more nutrition per dollar than almost anything else in your pantry. But here's what most people overlook. Tuna boosts morale. Its flavor feels familiar, comforting, human, when everything else feels like chaos. And soon, we'll hit the first contender that actually beats tuna in long-term survival value. But first, 5. Canned salmon, the nutrient titan. If you think canned salmon is just a luxury protein, you're missing the point. This is survival fuel with a purpose. Omega-3s to keep your mind balanced. Protein to keep your body going. Calcium from the bones to keep you strong when stress tries to weaken you. Throw it into pasta, mix it into rice, shape it into patties. Even cold, straight from the can, it delivers premium nutrition when your body needs it most. And it stores beautifully. 3 to 5 years of stability in a world where nothing else feels stable. It's more expensive than tuna, sure, but still cheap compared to what it gives you. And when supply chains choke, this will be one of the first proteins to disappear. Stock it now. Rotate it. Guard it. Because salmon isn't just food. It's resilience in a can. 4. Canned ham, the heavy morale booster. Now we are entering the heavy hitters. Canned ham. dense, hearty, and rich. This is the kind of food that doesn't just fill you up, it grounds you during chaos. Cold, sliced, cooked, diced into stews. This is the kind of meat that makes even canned vegetables and limp rice taste like home again. It's sodium heavy, yes, but that sodium also helps you retain energy when food is scarce and days are long. Ham lasts years, travels well, and transforms any survival meal into something warm, comforting, and psychologically stabilizing. And that stability? You'll need it more than you think. 3. Spam and luncheon meat, the apocalypse all-star. Now the legend enters the scene. Spam. Mock it all you want, but in a real survival scenario, this stuff is gold. It's calorie-dense. It's protein-rich. It's fully cooked. And it lasts seemingly forever. Fry it, cube it, roast it, mix it, eat it cold. Spam adapts to anything. It can turn a single pot of rice and beans into 4 full meals. When everything collapses, flexibility is life. And Spam delivers like few foods can. Prices are rising. Demand is rising. Shelf space is shrinking. If you don't have this in your pantry when the lights go out, you're already behind. 2. Canned beef stew, the complete survival meal. Now we step into meals that aren't just meat, they're morale in a can. Canned beef stew. Chunks of tender beef. Potatoes. Carrots. Savory broth. Even the smell can bring someone back from the brink. Eat it cold when fuel is scarce, or warm it up when you have a few precious minutes of fire. Pour it over rice to stretch it into multiple meals. In survival, taste matters. Warmth matters. Comfort matters. Beef stew brings all 3. It's cheap, shelf-stable, and incredibly filling. Ignore it, and you're sacrificing artillery in your survival arsenal. 1. Canned sardines, the undisputed survival champion. And now, the king. The tiny, humble, often ignored canned sardine. This isn't just food. This is apocalypse-grade propulsion in a steel shell. Protein. Check. Omega-3s for brain function during extreme stress? Check. Calcium for bone strength? Check. Shelf-stable for years? Absolutely. Sardines deliver more nutrition per square inch than almost any other survival food on Earth. Eat them cold. Mix them with rice. Smash them on crackers. Stir them into pasta. No cooking. No water. No effort. Maximum survival. In a bug-out bag, sardines are priceless. In a crisis, they're gold. In a collapse scenario, they're the difference between staying sharp and falling apart. If you stock nothing else from this list, stock sardines. Final word. This list isn't about meals. It's about survival. About choosing foods that actually keep you alive when the world tilts sideways. Every can you stock today is a piece of tomorrow's safety. A small fortress. A bit of peace in the chaos. And now I want to hear from you. What's the one can meat you will never forget to stock again? Drop it below. Your answer might just become the next survival secret we highlight. Because if there's one rule in prepping, it's that the universe rewards those who prepare early and punishes those who wait.